is explore water. And the first thing we're going to do is try to cut some water. So join me on my cutting board here. I'm going to pour a little bit of water there. Oh, spilled over. Okay, now I'm just going to try to cut it here and just slice it right in half. And wait a second, that didn't work. Let me try pulling it apart. No, look, it's all going back together. Ah, this isn't working at all. Why can't we cut water? Well, it's because of these two concepts in science. If you remember, we were talking about this in class a few weeks ago. The molecule of water is H2O, meaning it's got 2 hydrogen atoms to 1 oxygen atom. And so you can kind of draw it like this with an O and then 2 little hydrogen attached to it. And what the hydrogen wants to do, it wants to attach itself to another oxygen. So we call that a hydrogen bond. The hydrogens are going to try to find another oxygen to stick to. And this stickiness is called cohesion. Cohesion. So this shows you the cohesion through a hydrogen bond. So each water molecule is going to want to stick to the neighboring molecule. And when that happens, we form something called surface tension. Surface tension is this skin that defies gravity. It forms on the surface of the water, and it can do some pretty amazing things. So follow me while we take a look at all the different experiments we can do with surface tension. Okay, take a look at this one. I've got some colored paper here, paper towel, and if I dip it in the water, you can see that the water actually defies gravity. It goes up and not down. And what's happening is those little molecules are trying to find each other and fill in the air spaces in this paper towel. Another twist on this is you can add food coloring to the water, and if you just have a white piece of paper towel or a white piece of Kleenex, you'll see that same action happening. This is called capillary action. Capillary is like your little tiny blood vessels on the tips of your fingers. We call it capillary action because it's like blood moving up into very tiny spaces. But that's all because of surface tension. Okay, here's some more fun we can have with water. I've got a needle and a piece of paper toweling. I'm just going to lay it flat. And the paper toweling will absorb the water, but if I did this correctly, that needle should stay on the water as the paper toweling drops. And there it goes. And you see the needle stays up because it's being held up by the surface tension on the water. Okay, thank you. Come over this way, please. Now here you're going to need a dark colored towel of some sort and a cup of water, and we're going to fill the water all the way as possibly high as we can without spilling over. So you have to be very still and careful about that. Okay, and I think that's it for now. Okay, now what you're going to need is a bunch of pennies, or it could be any coin really. I wouldn't use quarters though, because quarters might make too many waves. And what we're going to try to do is build a little mound of water on top of the rim, and you have to drop the pennies in vertically like that, carefully, one at a time. And I haven't been counting, I forgot, but you'll want to count and see